G'day peeps, and here we are on time for a Sunday session. So big chats today. It's been a while. Happy 2024, and yeah, I hope your challenges aren't as big as mine, because that's the way we're starting the year. And I'm sure I'm not alone in my personal challenges. Muzz and I will discuss today what we're talking about and sort of what we're gonna do for you, and we'll just have a bit of a catch up because Muzz and I haven't caught up in a while. Looks like we're going to bring him on. Bring him on, get him on, yes. And that's how it goes. And here's Murray.
G'day all, how are we?
Mate, it's
not sure what I've done
actually
here.
been a while since we've been on and done one of these, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, month, 6 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, well,
yeah. Am I sitting the right way up for you, Stuart?
Yep.
Because looking at my end, I'm bloody on the piss here.
No, you're right way up for me, mate.
Oh, that's all right then. It's just my own personal views askew. Happy New Year, mate, and everyone watching.
Happy New Year to yourself, mate, and a prosperous one.
Oh, always. Absolutely.
Yep. I think feet down and head up is probably the right way to start the year. It's always a good way to be.
Absolutely. No. Start off a bit of optimism.
Yeah, might as well. Well, I've already started and said, I personally have a few life challenges that's going to make 2024 a monumental year to get through.
Awesome.
As far as, we're talking about life-changing decisions and risk-taking and stuff like that. So, and I'm sure you can understand when I tell that story, what I'm going through. You and many other farmers in this group will understand that point of view.
Exactly right.
I'll just probably throw it out there for the people that don't know. Mum and Dad are retiring officially in the next couple of months. So, you get signatures on the line and money and debt gets passed on to a certain point, right? So this is how it is. This is the big leagues now. So that's a financial challenge for me. Physically, I can do it. I've got some great staff that I'm working with. We've got a plan to go forward. We just need to get some ticks of approval from some financial institutions, and we're away. But the risk, I suppose you could say, is like if you were to start a business. If I said to you, I'll sell you a business, and let's say this business is worth $3 million, right? But I'll sell you this business, but you've got to also pay off over $1 million worth of my debt at the same time, and you've got zero cash flow to run your business. So I'm going to sell you this business, you're going to buy it, but you've got nothing to do. So you have to then find your own financing and stuff like that. So that if you were to say that to anyone, they'd go, "You're fucking crazy, man." And if you look at the dollars, if you looked at the dollars and cents of it, 99 out of 100 business people would look at that business on a table as a financial offer, and they'd go, "Get stuffed." But as farmers and family farms, we attach emotional baggage to these situations, which is really bad for business. So, that's a challenge. Something that you and in that context, what would be a little bit easier was what you and I did a couple of years ago. Is like if I say to you, let's take $12,000, start a business. And you're going to get these products in your house, and then you do a bit of work, and you can sell these machines. That's it. That's the whole outlay.
Yeah.
Some people go, well, that's all right. So what are we looking at? It's $12,000. that's not over the top. You could go to the, it's cheaper than buying a car. Yeah, you go to the bank and go, can I buy a car? They go, all right, what's the car? Oh, fuck, it's a Land Cruiser, $100,000. Now, how are you going to pay for that? You go to the bank and say, hey, bank, I want to start a business and I need $12,000. And they go, well, okay, so what's the business? That sounds pretty cheap, because lots of other businesses I know, you couldn't buy a coffee van for $15,000.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you want to start a food van or something like that, they're talking 50 to 100,000. Even the cheap ones are 30 plus. And fair enough, business is a business. So if you want to start a business, you imagine how many millions, if you wanted to go be the local nutrient franchise or something, how many millions of dollars that take that to a bank. They consider that. But they would consider that because they can see business flow and stuff like that. But that's no guarantee that if random thought process, if I was to go by the local nutrient agency and they were to go, all right, deal, hand it over, she's all yours. There's no guarantee that the farmers are going to walk in there and buy that chemical off me like they did that person. So
yes,
as you know, as a business, which is the same as, you know, like when I started my Magic Journey, my sponsor was traveling her journey, and that was a great to witness her get to not the tippy top, but she's up there now. And then lots of people have joined after me, and I've watched them absolutely go berserk all the way to 6A2. I think one of the ladies is, and she, you know, she's done that in 12 months just about. One of those beautiful miracle stories. But I also know lots of people.
Incredible watch.
Well, I was on the men's call the other day, and we were just having a bit of an open chat about how long some of us have been in the business, because there's new guys coming on. There's some of us have been there since the beginning of the chat, and there's some guys that have come in and out. And as far as who's consistent on the calls, you know, and that displays a certain amount of leadership that we discuss on those calls. We go, all right, so who's stepping up and doing things like that? I've actually got an announcement to talk about later on about stepping up into leadership. But
cool,
yeah, we talked about how long we've been in our journeys. And some guys have been in there for 5 years and got to a certain rank and are trying to find that recipe to go to 6A, which is like the second step. You know, we all try to race to 4A, and then we've got this thing on how to get the 8 points. So then you have your second lane and you build that to get your 8 points out of the wheel. Is the pizza right here?
Nice.
Yeah, so it's how to get 8 points. How to get 8 points out of the pizza, because at 6A you can only get 6. Hence the illustration. It's upside down. I won't wave it in front of you too much. But that's the theory of the compensation plan, which I'm happy to explain to people in a chat. I might even record it, so then I can just send out a recording when everyone asks me. But it's actually it's on the platform anyway. I can find it. But, you know, if you want access to that platform, there's some skin in the game that you can put there. But that's the challenge.
How are you finding that new app going, Stuart, the TFE
app? So between phase 2 and phase 3, I've had some glitches in my logins, changing from .com to .org, and then I had to redo it. Other than that, on the app, it's great. When and it's my phone, it's nothing to do with them. It's literally my phone and passwords and face recognition and stuff like that. So when you go.
No. All I was just a reason I asked, because I remember you talking about it a while ago, and you know, it's one of the things for stepping up into something like this, that, you know, being online, being digital. These apps make life so much easier, don't they? Depending on what it is. And I see Magic now has an app for themselves to help you through distributorship, which I think is you know, amazing. So with that and the TFE app, again, like you said ages ago, having all this stuff on your phone that's easily accessible, you know, it makes it easy. You know, 12 grand and an app, and you've got a business.
Yeah. Yep.
And our winning personalities.
That's right. That's right. You get access to us. Who wouldn't want to talk to us more?
Who wouldn't want to talk to us handsome lads?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So yeah, and I've got a lot of apps on my phone. Like if I could screenshot the amount of stuff, because over Christmas I didn't take a business break, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
I just kept working because I could see the writing on the wall and the financial challenges I'm going to face this year. I can have days off, but I can't stop working, if that makes sense. So I can take this business and go be down in the caravan Hopetown, and I'm still working.
Yeah.
It's not hard to go for a walk along the beach, listen to a podcast, do some training. You can stick the phone in the pocket, put the headphones on, go for a beautiful walk, do some earthing at the beach, sit there on the fishing rod on the jetty. Love my 12-foot rod. Talk about compensating for something. But
Hey, well, is the reel a bit small? Is it there, Stuart?
oh no, it's a big reel too. But
No.
but you know, it's
Yeah,
that's the greatest thing about this business. Like I've got farming apps too. Like I can take a certain amount of the farm with me, and I'm subscribed to those things. Fuck, talking about subscriptions. So 1 year's subscription to TFE is less than a quarter of the price of what I'm paying for one of my farm apps.
Yeah, really.
Right?
Oh, Christ.
So, you know, when you talk about dollars and cents, so what I pay for the farm management app, and then we've got the farm safety app, we're talking a couple of $1,000s each. To have,
Jesus.
Yeah, this is, you know, I've got a safety platform. So you come on the farm, I pull up the phone and I go, right, you're a visitor, read this form, sign this on my phone, and you're logged in on property. Because that's the level for insurance and liability and stuff like that we have to go to. So, yeah, and there's a couple of thousand. Well, you have to take these next steps, mate.
You do. No, I'm not taking the piss either. I don't mean to if it comes across that way. I just think that's really cool, and it is. It's very professional because, I mean, it's the stuff that we get whenever you do, like you would do for your LPA accreditation.
Yep.
You got to do a certain amount of safety and land management questionnaires, and you know, it's all about your biosecurity and shit like that. And part of that is obviously your safety management. So anyway, I digress.
That's exactly right. Like, so what does it cost me to sell sheep? I think that's $100 a year. Then you got to do the course to do the thing, so you can get your electronic NVD, so that you can put your sheep on a truck.
Yeah.
That have to, you know, and that's no different for any farmer. But you know, that's one. So then you got to do your Ozchem course, because you've got to spray your fence lines and stuff like that. So you've got to there's a day off and a couple of $100 or $1,000. You got to go do your Ozchem course think, and then you've got to log that. And we've all got nowadays a USI, or a unique student identifier code. Yeah. That a lot of these trainings get logged into that. You can access that on your phone anyway. So if you have to do up a resume or whatever, you can link that number to a resume and stuff like that.
That's really cool.
Which for anyone that's ever looking for a job, you can link that USI on your Seek profile. And then when people look at your Seek profile, they can look up your qualifications and see if they want to offer you a job.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's an old school way. But that's technology. Everything is that quick. Like I couple of months back, I started LinkedIn. I thought, why not?
Yeah, how's that going?
Straight up, I'll say it's not much different to Facebook, Instagram type social media network. The difference being, but you get more notifications when someone looks at your profile, or if you're being scouted for a job or something. So one of your notifications in the thing, apart from someone you followed posted a new post, you want to go see it. Someone liked your post, someone commented on your post. It's like that. But then you also get the notification, 15 people have looked at your profile this week. Or, you've had 900 impressions on that post you did. Do another one. Good on you. So LinkedIn's a bit like that. But it is a lot more, how to say, LinkedIn is bigger professional stuff. So the bigger business people. So one of the guys I follow on LinkedIn is Alex Hormozi, because I listen to his podcast. So then it's not, more following happens. Have you glitched out, Muzz? You're frozen. He's gone. He's dropped out. Oh no. Well, he'll get back when he gets back. So I'll keep waffling on about that whole LinkedIn thing. So to connect to people that teach me things, you follow them on profiles, whether it be Facebook, Instagram. LinkedIn's another good one, is what I would recommend, because of access to higher profile people. And then follow your podcasts and stuff like that. I wonder where Muzz went, because I want to share this announcement with him about what's happening towards the end of this month. Something really cool. Well, part of my mission for 2024 that we worked out on the men's call for the year, or word, how to describe this year, because 2023 is in the past, so leave it there. That's the best advice I can give you, is if you're looking back, you're not going forward. So leave 2023 in the past. What's done is done. You can't change it. You can change what you're doing now, and you can change how that is going to affect the future. So, all right, down the rabbit hole. Right. My words for 2024 is the rise. The rise meaning whether it be rise. I've said of the water phoenix, because there's nothing better than a phoenix rising from the ashes, but then being a water guy, and our bodies being 60 to 70% water, and then all that sort of, and then the world being 60 to 70% water. Why not be a water phoenix? That would be an interesting image for AI to create, because there's more apps that I use to create content and stuff like that as part of a business. Is who doesn't have a little AI generator, whether it be a picture or a content thing? It's really not hard to use. You can give it half an idea, it can come up with something which cuts your time requirement, depending on the context of what you're trying to do. Cut your time requirement down to 1 or 2 minutes. Rather than doing a written post, I could literally whip up a long post in under 5 minutes. Picture, thought process, bang, here. AI generates some sort of thing. I modify a little bit, then I post it. Done. Really quick. You could do that as you get off the toilet after you wash your hands or something, as you're putting your boots on. You could do that during a smoko break and still have a chat to the boys sitting around the toolbox and stuff like that. So I think Muzz run out of reception, or phone got hot. One of the two. Anyway, what do we got for time? Fitbit says 19. 12:19. Been waffling on for 19 minutes. So I will give the big announcement. Dun, dun, dun. Big announcement. On the 28th of January, we're talking about webinars and compensation plans and stuff. On the 28th of January, I am doing a live Zoom call, which I'm calling a mini doco, about how this business has integrated into my life and how easy it is to do this. You know, we've talked at the start of this video about the investments we can make on this sort of stuff, and there's more notifications coming from apps, different applications. But that's the magic. That's me stepping up as a leader. I've talked about it for a while, going, oh yeah, we should do a webinar, talk about this stuff more. And Muzz and I talk about it quite often online, but it doesn't show you guys the ins and outs. So on the 28th of January, if you, I'll put a replay in this group, but then if you want to get in firsthand, then I can share a link with you that you can come and join me firsthand. And it's not hard to get on a Zoom call and watch a little mini doco that I'll have short slides and videos made up about life and how easy it is to do this business as part of many things that I do to create income outside of the environmental influence of Mother Nature. Because let's be realistic, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And if you're depending on outside resources like rain, it's even more risky. So, and probably another thing for 2024, if you've coasted through 2023 and you work for someone, and then that's your plan for this year, you know what you're going to earn because you earned the same last year. So is that going to get you what you want? Is, you know, the big question, is that getting you what you want, not what you need? You know, you might need to pay the mortgage down. You might need to pay the car off. Yeah, you got to pay insurance, petrol, food, stuff like that. Essentially needs a roof over your head, food in your belly, and clean clothes. That's, you know, when you've got no money, that's what you look for. But if you want more, how are you going to get it? And why wouldn't you start a business? You know, yeah. And when you talk about starting businesses, yes, you can start what we call low ticket businesses. How many hats can you sell? How many shirts can you sell? You can do a branding store, or those sort of things really easily. But is how many hats do you have to sell to buy the Land Cruiser? You know, let's say you're doing hats, right? We'll do the numbers on hats. Hat, $20. If you're lucky, you can get it costed for 10. So you can make $10. You want to buy a $100,000 Land Cruiser? Do the maths. 10,000 hats in the simplistic form. Then you've got to pay tax and GST. So now you're talking 10,000, 12,000, 13,000 hats you've got to sell in 1 year to buy a Land Cruiser. Is that possible? How many hats do you need? I'll tell you how many hats a year I buy, if I'm lucky, one, because I like it. This hat bought in Bali 8 years ago. I don't think I've bought 8 hats since then. So then you look at a product that, you know, so I'm going to buy this hat once. How many products do you buy that you buy once? Or do you need to buy, what sort of money do you spend on products that you buy lots? So, you know, you go buy lamb chops down the shop, have a price. Do you buy bottled water that has a price? Or do you drink it out of your tap like I do? That also has a price, because I found something about my water. I think I've expressed that in this group. That might have been Wednesday Wisdom this week. If you haven't seen that post, go back and see it. But yeah, it's like, what if you do your dollars and cents, and that's good business acumen, I think is the correct word. Know where your money goes. What do you spend your money on? Can you do it better? Can you do it not necessarily cheaper? Can you do it more effective? You know, would be more effective than buying carton after carton of bottled water. You get a system on your tap, and then you create the best water that you can then put in a bottle and take with you every day. You know, for example, for what I've spent on my K8, which is on my kitchen bench, for drinking 2 to 4 litres of water a day. So go down the survey and buy 4 1-litre bottles of water and tell me what you spent. $20? Maybe. You know, if you get them on special, probably cheaper. Probably get 2 for $6.99 or something. So then do the maths. So let's go $20 a day on bottled water. If I drink 4 litres a day, and then I got 4 plastic bottles to get rid of. Oh yeah, but I'll just take that 4 bottles and I'll fill them up from the tap. But you still bought those 4 bottles. All right. So $20 a day, $700 a year. Is that right? $7,000 a year on water. If I was to buy a bottle of water every day, or a cup of coffee. You know, I like my Master's iced coffees, and that is, let's just average them out at $4. So then that is 1,200. Well, I don't know, keep going. 365 times 4 is what? Is enough, right? So that's what I spend on iced coffees a day. Could I do it better? Yep. Could I do it cheaper? Yep. It's not 2 iced coffees a day. Used to be. It's at one stage it used to be 3 or 4 iced coffees a day. So it's about where you spend your money. What if example of how I did it? What if I took 3 of those iced coffees and I was spending $15 a day? And what if I took 2 of them and invested in something that would last me a lifetime? Like this K8 and an Anispa. And that's what we're talking about when we spend 12 grand for a business, is that there's a trifecta of products. And if you want to know more, come catch me on this 28th of January this year, 28th of January this month, and it is how many days away? 21 days. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Live Zoom call explanation, mini doco on how this business has changed my life, what it is, where it is, and then you'll get to see more of when Muzz and I talk about the TFE app and other things like that. You get to see inside some of that. So if you want to know more, you can either message me or Muzz or Scotty, who's also in this group. Whoever invited you to this group would be a good person to connect with. And depending on how, I'd love to know, I might have put a poll up. I'll put it up in an hour or so. How did you find this group? Whether it was direct invite, through a website, how many different ways can you find this group? Because it is a private group. And that's probably enough of me waffling on. But yeah, start a business, do something harder in 2024. Because if you're doing the same thing, where are you going to get? And then if you do that for 10 years, where are you going to get in 10 years? Play that game, because that's how we do some of the farm forecasting, is we have to do what's the 1-year plan, what's the 5-year plan, and what's the 15-year plan. For me, because of the size of the loan, we're talking a 20-25-year plan. And, not knowing the cost shifts of the variable cost between fertilizer and chemical will go up and down throughout the years, because last year being one of the most expensive years on record, to this year being an average year, but some things have come right back to low historical pricing. So there's pluses and minuses and stuff that you got to manage within a business. And that's bigger business. That's in the millions of dollars. Could you run a business with millions of dollars? What if you started that business that made millions of dollars for 12 grand? Could you do that? Find out how on the 28th of January. All right, signing off, farm fence style. Thanks to all the farmers that grow all the food. You're doing a great job. Keep going. Thanks to all the truckies that cart all our goods around Australia and the rest of the world. Keep at it. Thanks to all the veterans and service people of the world for protecting our way of life and giving us a safe environment to work in and enjoy these fringe benefits. All right, peace out, have a good one. That's us for today, people. Have a good one.